What's going on, y'all? It's Slave Baby, back with another video. Today's video, I've been moving with how I pronounce words because of bringing the energy I want into the one verse. Uni means one. Is about Skinwalkers, my experience with Skinwalkers, and what I think they are. So, Skinwalkers mainly come out at night. They can come out during the day. They target specific bloodlines for reasons I don't know. Those bloodlines are natives, Mexicans, and Kinetic people, so-called Africans. I feel they sense the purity and the power, and they probably have ties with the angel sisters. They be in places like Arizona, California. I think one came all the way to North Carolina just for me. And wow, my whole screen lit up because of a notification when I said that. That's pure divine. I'll get into why I say that. The first time I heard of a skinwalker was when I was little. It was probably like 2016. And it was that famous, notorious video of a skinwalker on the side of the road. And it was kind of like a dog, but it had a human jigsaw-like face. And that's how I got familiar with the Skinwalker. The second time I got familiar with the Skinwalker, and this is in this carnation, I'm sure my soul been overstanding what a Skinwalker is, probably had encounters with them before, and I have, and it keeps on lighting up when I talk about my encounters. I'm gonna get to that. And it was a Corey Kenshin video, Spooky Scary Sunday, where they went to see their families and they were staying inside a tent. And the Skinwalker went crazy, shape shifting, running around the tent, tearing it up, coming inside for a second. The Skinwalker couldn't really touch him though. The more scared he got, the closer the Skinwalker could get. Because if you know who you are, a god, the Skinwalker can't touch you. If you a god and you know that the Skinwalker can't touch you, can't land a shape shifting paw on you. But the more scared you get, the more that shield gets weakened. The more you think he's above you, the more he can actually do something to you. So that's why it's so important to know who you are. I'm not a god, but I understand I'm a powerful soul. I'm sent from the Holy Mother. He couldn't touch me. He can't touch my family. And the third time is when everybody inside the beach. I live in Choanoke Beach. I'm protected from everything, so I don't care. It's called Chowan Beach, but I call it Choanoke Beach. Every group of natives in the South was labeled Choanoke, and I'm a rep that for them. Anywho, they start talking about Choanoke, and I remember I got chicken wings one day, and I knocked on the camper around the time everybody was talking about Skinwalkers, and he ain't answer, and I walked home and ate the wings, and he got really mad at me for that, and I understand why, but that wasn't my intention. I didn't want to wake him up. And I guess I just want to vent because he did treat me cruelly, and not just me. I forgive him, but I feel hurt, and I gotta protect. Cause he was kind of racist to my family, and we was all younger, and he was rude to me too for being me, and I'm glad for that. I just always, cause I'm standing up now. I never been, well, I can't say I've never been a bitch, cause at times I was silent, but even in my silence, it was clear who I was, and that's why I attracted some of this stuff that I went through. But this is about Skinwalkers. So I start overstanding who I is, speaking, doing things, uplifting, talking to the Holy Mother. Skinwalkers see that. They're physical, spiritual entities. They can shapeshift. My grandmother watches a show called Skinwalker Ranch, So skinwalkers apparently are not just in southern areas. And when I say southern, I mean Mexico, South America, because there's multiple of them. Arizona. There's apparently an island with a skinwalker on it, Skinwalker Island, which is crazy. But yeah, they spiritual, physical entities that can shapeshift and can mimic humans and basically targets bloodlines for to eat them. And they live in caves and underground tunnels and maybe abandoned stuff. And apparently islands. You defeat them by overstanding how pure you is and how protected you is. They fear chosen ones, but that's like their best meal. Yeah, I'm a hero. Overstanding who you is attracts them, but also deflects them. Also, I'm forever a gangster. I'm forever gonna admit where I feel bad. The older people in the neighborhood used to say the N word with a hard R, like joking, like joking, and it was never funny. It makes me sad, but it also makes me happy. Oh yeah, It makes me happy because it kind of just shows who's for you and who's not for you. I'd rather a fake friend than honest, and I mean that's why I'm gonna come forward with everything, regardless of who I is in the truth, because there is a universal truth. Whoever I am, the chosen ones deserve to see it unfiltered. But anyway, my experiences with the Skinwalker. So the first true family encounter is when my brother and somebody he loves was walking up to the country store. We live in the South, and they heard footsteps in the woods behind them. And this is me mimicking the footsteps. And they was getting spooked, but they was gangsters, so they kept on going. And then, chur, chur, chur. And just imagine leaves and sticks and woods and trees. Chur, chur. And it was on the ground. It was not inside the trees, it was on the ground. And then, and they walked all the way to the store. It was closed. And he said it was like it was waiting to sing there. And they kept on walking. He said it was quiet. And then they kept hearing, chur, chur. So this shape-shifting entity followed them there and all the way back. And I said, bro, you think it was mystical? And he said, of course I think it was mystical. It was basically shape-shifting beside us. And I'm like, you're right, bro. I've never seen anything like that during the day. And like I said, Chowanok, I live in Edenton. You can Google it. Edenton is the city. I'm in Chowan County. Chowan County is a large place full of forest. You can Google map it. This bitch is mostly forest. They be mystical creatures inside this place. And this is the slime dimension. I call this a primordial slime dimension. And the time I dealt with the Skinwalker firsthand is when I just got back from the medical center. I just got back and I was talking to somebody I love very dearly. If you connected to me, you should see who this is. I got arrested the same day he was because of all of our emotions culminated into a fight with him, and I was so affected by it. I beat myself up and punched a hole in my wall and screamed and cried on the ground and then cut myself in the rain and then got arrested. I ran away from the police, got taken to the hospital, got taken to a center where I was for 5 days. I loved it. I actually loved the whole thing of getting arrested. I felt gangster, and I is gangster. I never surrender, and I'm respectful to the God, the King I was arrested by. And maybe he could do better, but I'm thankful for what he do. I could do better. I shouldn't have reacted that way, but I'm divinely happy I reacted that way. It's hard to explain, but it was like it was like the second day I got back. I had my mood ring, had my gold chains on. I'm talking to bro I love dearly. There's no snow, that's good. But my light's on. Oh yeah, that's she getting back from the food line. Alright. But anywho, as I was talking to him, I just felt the energy, and my daughter right next to me, my daughter's a cat, and I just hear her exact voice. Sorry, I just haven't really talked about it, and now that I'm talking about it, it's starting to give me the love. You heard me? But it was her exact voice, and it was so exact I would have opened that door real quick to let her in, but she was right next to me, and I just stayed quiet. Actually, I didn't stay quiet. I said, "You hear that?" to my cat, because it gave me Sarah. I heard it too, vibes, and that's one of the most scariest animations ever. But I heard that, and I looked at my daughter. I started petting her. I'm so gangster, I didn't even pray. If that happened now, I would probably pray. Oh, but man, think of etymology. You calling yourself prey to a predator. But if it happened now, I'd talk to the Holy Mother. And I stayed silent. And eventually, it turned into a raven. And it started off by the back door, then by the back, and then by my fucking window. Like right at my window. Like right at my window. It went from a kitty cat to a raven. And it was at my window for a good 2 hours. And I talked to it. I talked to the spirit walker about what's right. I talked to the spirit walker about nature, about Arizona. Well, not just Arizona, but about warm, about heat. And I've acknowledged that they come out during the nighttime, but also during the day to the skinwalker. And I swear it's like I heard the skinwalker get annoyed. And I didn't mean to annoy them. I didn't. I meant to give them my perspective. But that whole night, I was overstanding that thing cannot touch me. Y'all remember Sinners? That vampire had to ask for permission. That thing had to trick me into opening the door. It had to trick me. The skinwalker in the video never went through the tent. It tore the tent. The only time he got close is when he was really, really, really scared. Me overstanding my power as God's son is the reason that skinwalker couldn't do me nothing. And God's gift for my daughter being next to me. And I even told the skinwalker, I know you don't like the cold. You don't like the cold. You be in warm areas. You don't want to be out here. You came here just for little on me. And that's a beautiful thing. Certain people protected. I feel like our eyesight could do these things bad. Just looking at them in their pure form could do them bad. But this is this video, y'all. I just want to talk to you about the skinwalker. You forever protected. If you ever see a skinwalker, you probably divinely protected. And God is our God, or working with goddess and gods. That's my daughter. I'm telling you, that thing did her exact voice all them days ago. Well, it was weeks ago now, probably. Fuertes, I'm trying to say Fuertes that week. But my daughter's forever protected. She's forever protected. I'm forever protected. The goddess and God's forever protected. I love you. I'm going to go let her inside my room and upload this. I'm going to be back with these videos a lot more now that I can upload again. I love y'all. Peace.